Hello everyone. So today we are going to look into how to attach one of the guns that I have implemented in my third-person shooter template to this ALS character. So the ALS character can use that gun and it can actually shoot the stuff. So this merging of these two templates, let's see how to do that today. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for your support. Okay, so this is my third-person shooter project with all this helicopter shooting and these different guns as well. So we have a lot of guns here. So yeah, I got some requests to put together these guns into advanced locomotion pack, so that's what I am going to look into today. Alright, so I have copied the ALS project into the same project. Here we have ALS demo level, and I have also changed the input names and basically resolved the inputs to match the ALS input system and added the inputs there that were missing. So I have already done that because I don't think that part is much complex to show, so I didn't want to take a show in the recording time for that. So here is the ALS character. That's pretty smooth. Right, and also here we have a basic system that we can equip. This is just a skeletal mesh. It doesn't have a gun behavior. There is a pistol as well, one hand and two-handed pistol, so all works with aiming and everything with crouching as well. So right, this is pretty good. So but this doesn't have the shooting gun mechanics, so let's see how to put it together. First, let me open this character blueprint. So this is a child class of ALS base character, but the attaching guns and everything can be done here because this is where we have this update held object function. Okay, and here we have this rifle pin, which is a part of overlay state. This overlay state defines various different things that this character can hold, or various different states the character can have. So right, so this is where it attach the second one. This is where it attach M4A1 skeletal mesh. So let's, instead of attaching an skeletal mesh, so I have guns here under blueprints. Wait, here BP guns, and let's attach this M16. So this is not just a skeletal mesh, this is a complete gun with shooting behavior and everything. Right, so how can we attach this gun blueprint instead of a skeletal mesh? So here, let me modify this attach to hand. So here we have, so if there is a valid static mesh, this part is executed and clear hand object is always executed. So here I'll add another input, actor. This should be an actor object reference. So not just a skeletal mesh or static mesh, just a complete actor blueprint reference. Right, now I'll add another pin. Let's go get actor. Actually, I don't know how to get this single get node. So what this returns is this input here, this input parameter here, and I'm not sure how to get that. Just because I type get, it doesn't return it. So yeah, if anyone knows, let me know in the comments how to do that. So but we can get actor like this. Get actor, and here we can run this valid node separately. Shall we call this attach actor instead of actor? I think that would be less confusing. See, attach actor. Oh wait. Get attach actor. Right. Now if we have a valid actor to attach, we can, just like here, held object root, we can attach it to held object root, and we have an option to give an offset as well, but let's keep it for 0 now, and let's use this left hand option. Let me just duplicate this part. So here actually the parent should be the held object root, and attach actor is what we need to attach, so it should go here. Oh wait, this is not the node we should do. Attach actor, no, attach actor to component. That's the method I should use. So what name we can select from this location, role, everything. I'll snap to target. So later on we can change this to like pick up and weapon and switch weapon, those things, but first let's just see simply how to attach, spawn and attach the weapon to character's hand and shoot with it. Right. Now this function is complete. Now let's go to this update held object. Here let me disconnect this. No, not really. We don't need to disconnect. First we need to spawn actor from class. So I'll select what's the gun, M60. Spawn transform, I'll keep everything 0. Spawn scale to 1. And let's promote this to a variable weapon. Alright, weapon, right, and then I'll pass this as the attach actor. Right, now if I go here, if I press Q using overlay menu and select driver, now this happens. So this yellow one is the actual static mesh, skeletal mesh that was already in the template, but mine is, it has a 90-degree offset and yeah, some scale issues. So right, so what we can do is, here in the BP gun, actually I have this equipped transform. So I change the rotation to -90. Now it should work properly. Let's see. No, right. But in order to apply that, we have to call equip gun. So after that, toggle gun using interface and equip to true, set equip to true, and as the character reference, this is the reference which tells the gun this is the character who is holding the gun at the moment. This is required to implement shooting. So now the rotation should work fine. Let's see. No. What is that? Oh, I have changed the properties here. Sorry about that. I should have changed these properties. 0, 0, -90, because this gun M16, this is the one that I am going to equip to this character. Right, see, now that part is working. The problem is it has some offset, so let me eject from character, pause the game, select the gun, and let's see what we need to adjust. So the gun mesh, this is already in local space, so we need to place the gun exactly at the hand of the character. So to do that, wait, okay, no, that should move down. Okay, I think this is okay. Yeah, that seems good enough. Okay, so this is the local location we need to have to properly equip the gun. So let me paste that. Right, it should be 0. Okay, now here actually we don't need to give this skeletal mesh, so I'll set it to none. Right, now it can equip the gun and aim with it. It works really well. So what's next? But it still can't shoot. Also, yeah, let's to implement shooting, if I open my own character, where is the fire? I have implemented fire input like this. So there is this aim down part as well and fire part. So for now, let's just call fire. Where? Let's have a different event graph. Event graph CodeLikeme. Right. Here, let's implement fire. Not that. Fire input action fire. This one. So here, we already have the weapon variable. Get it? Is valid. Yes. Then call fire using 𝐵𝐵𝐴 start firing. Similarly, if I release the fire button, do the same thing. So to stop, stop firing. Right, now let's check. Great, so firing works. But you can see, even if actually there is a problem. So even if I turn, the bullet goes to the same location, and this is actually going to 0, 0 location. The reason is when I shoot, when I call the fire button in the gun, when I call the fire function in the gun, fire function asks where is the character who is holding the gun trying to aim, and character is shooting towards that point. But for that character, the gun users, let me go to the gun blueprint here in the fire and emit bullet. See, it uses this get target location, which is implemented in character blueprint, BPI character, but I haven't implemented that in ALS character. So what we can do is, this one already have this ALS character BPI, and maybe I should rename the interface I have. BP. Instead of just BPI character, CLM stands for CodeLikeme, BPI character. Okay, references updated. But this still says BPI character. Get target location. Maybe I had to restart the project in order to change these names. Let me quickly go back to my original project, original level, and see if it is still working. It seems to be working, so it should be fine. So here, oh wait, let me go back to the ALS map. Right, now here in this character, let's implement CLM BPI character. Oh. Let me try again. 𝐶LM_VPI_character. Okay, now there are a bunch of functions, but for now we only need get target location function. So if I go to my original character, get target location, actually I should have implemented it here. See, get target location, this is for the player. What we do is, let me reorder this a bit. From the player controller we get the viewport size, and actually we get the middle point of the viewport and do a line trace starting from the middle of the screen to the world and determine the hit location. So yeah, let me just copy this and paste here. And this should be the case if the character is currently controlled by the player. So is here, let's add the branch, is player controlled. We should return these values. Right, now let's check. Okay, now it works properly, as you can see. And if I add let's add a exploding barrel to test if it is explosive barrel. So the system is working, but we still have few problems that we need to solve, which is like if I try to spawn something else, you can see this the item that in the hand is not going away because we haven't exactly implemented the method to clear out what we already have in the hand. Here we can actually get weapon, it's valid. This is just a temporary thing. We should refactor this part later on to support multiple weapon switching and everything, but for now I'll just do this. And also, if let me collapse this part. Attach rifle DP. So if we already have a rifle, we don't have to attach it again. That means that by rifle I mean weapon. If we have, we don't have to spawn. If we don't, we have to spawn. Right, so we can just directly go to this step, and as the attach actor I can give weapon. Alright. Oh wait. It's already invisible. Make it not hidden. Right, now if I change to pistol, you can see it is gone, but still I can shoot. Maybe we might need another variable to say we have equipped the weapon, but so let's say another boolean. Oh wait, I think I have another event for that here, like is equipped. Yeah, so we should use that, and in order to use that I have to call toggle gun with the false equip. And then in the function where we fire, we have to first check if this weapon is equipped. Then only we can fire. Let's do the same check here. Right, now if I equip something else, you can see the HUD is also removed and I don't shoot anymore. And you may also notice one thing, that we don't have the reload animations as well, but we have to look into that separately. But first I need to add a simple reticle. So actually in my previous system, reticle is a different widget, which is this one. I think for the gun M16 we have this widget weapon. Let me open it and let's add the reticle to this widget itself. So for that I can just copy this reticle set the position x and y equal to 0 0. That's what we have here as well. Okay, and we have two functions. Let me copy these two. I think we have on initialized to be right. Oh, variable. Great. Now let me equip. Right, now we have, but the reticle update part is not happening. Accuracy. Where do we call this? Here. Oh, this is different. Okay. So instead of doing it like this, do we have the widget? Alright, 𝐂𝐚𝐭𝐫𝐭 is valid. Then call set accuracy in the gun widget itself. This should work. It has been some time I have worked on this part, but that should work. Let's try. No. Oh, actually, we are calling the HUD set reticle accuracy, but right here let's call set reticle accuracy. This part is not very important, just well, I'll just forget the reticle part for today. So let's look into it another day. So anyway, now that you have a gun with the list character, that is not a gun, we already had a gun, but again actually you can shoot. So alright, so let's in future episodes let's see like how to add other guns. That we have a lot of guns: fire, flamethrowers, RPGs, pistols, or machine guns, snipers. So let's see how to attach how to make those guns also support the ALS system in future. And thanks for watching. So as always, project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below, and if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.